This is Jim Nailon, liturgical guitarist. I'm going to share my arrangement of the hymn I Have Loved You by Michael Jonkis. I'll play through it first, and then I will go through it again and talk about it. Okay, I've had an old recording of this up for a long time, and it's had quite a few people view it. I don't know, a couple thousand, I think. But it was on my old Zoom recorder, and something about that video, it was like changing, it was wobbly, so it kind of made you sick looking at it. So I thought I'd redo it. I also updated the sheet music just a tad. So if you're one of the few people that have ordered this and paid for it in the past, email me and I'll send you an updated copy of the sheet music. But I have a record of all those that have ordered it, so I would know who you are. So anyway, let's go through this. So D, this does a lot of sliding up and down the neck, as you'll see, or as you saw. So I'm gonna, you'll see the third finger slides from the 3rd fret to the 7th fret. That's kind of a glissando. It's more of a slide to get to this D chord. So, and then open D bass, and then go up to this E minor, which is up here on the 1st finger on the 7th fret. Finger plays the 10th fret of the 2nd string there, and then slide that fingering up 2 more frets, and then you got to slide. This is tricky. This is the hard part in the piece. You got to go down to the 2nd fret. You're way up here on the, what about the 9th fret? So I slide on my 3rd finger here, and then as I get down to the bottom, my little finger jumps over to play the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So I get a little glissando to kind of hide that jump and to sort of glue the sound together. You get that? And that helps to put that together. And then lift off the first, rock your finger up there to get the open E string at the end of that B minor chord. And then you go to the G major 7th with the 2nd finger on the bass. And then open +4, and then little finger on the 2nd fret, slide it up. Now this is a true glissando. This you're going to slide up and then pluck it when you get up here. Now if your little finger's not very strong, or if you don't have a good callus on it, you're going to need to do some work to develop the strength of the callus and the strength to push down, because you got to, if you don't have a good pressure on that string, you're not going to get that kind of sound or tone. So that, you know, work on some little exercises to toughen up your little finger or something. But and then where are we? The D. So the D chord, this 5th position D. That's it. Then drop down to the A, open bass. Or I figure it this way. No. That's it. So I got your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. The hammer on there with your 3rd finger. Now it's the same thing again, but I give you a little variation here. So you hammer on this 1st note instead of the F sharp or the 2nd fret being an eighth note or whatever. You get a hammer on, and then you do the slide, same slide, and then you have an 8th note here with your 2nd finger on the 7th fret. Same thing, E minor. Now here you're gonna play a 3rd here with your 1st and 2nd, and then a little finger down, and same thing, same trick. Get down to the B minor, and get some vibrato on that when you quarter note. Then the G major 7th, 3rd line. Then hammer on. I think when I played it, I played it. But you should pluck both fingers at the same time and then hammer on. Now, we're to the verse here. So you're going to play this half bar on the 7th fret for this D chord using the open bass. You want to get a lot of pressure down on that note and some vibrato if you can. And then the A it looks like a D chord, but you're playing it up here on the 9th fret. And then you got to slide on your 3rd finger up to the 12th fret on the 2nd, from the 10th to the 12th fret, and then run back to the 8th fret to this C, just a regular C chord, but only don't worry about using your little finger. You're only plucking you're not plucking the 5th string, so you don't need to play the full chord. And then you hammer on there. And then slide down 1 fret to an E minor chord. Oh, okay. And then to the D, the last line. So just then just a little slide up just 1 fret, and then slide right back down into it, D7, and a hammer on here from the 5th fret to the 7th fret, and then down to a regular G, but you only need your 2nd and 3rd fingers again. And then little finger goes on the 5th fret of the 2nd string and slides up to the 7th. Lift your bar up when you make that slide. And then you put you right there to lay down the A chord. Now I've got an arpeggiated chord there at the last. That's what that little arrow, the wiggly arrow going up. But do that by rolling your fingers. Don't try brushing the chord, because you're not playing the full chord. I guess you could play the full chord if you wanted to refinger that, but. And then you get your little finger on the 7th fret for the D, and then the open E, and you're ready to go right back up to the top. Now, when I played it, I never wrote this in, but what I do quite often is where that first 8th note on the F sharp, I'll do that a 16th note triplet. 1 olet, 2, and 3. So if you looked at the second measure in the second line where I do the, so that's an all 16th. One, it is another variation would be 1 olet is so that's a variation you can use there. Anyway, that's the song. That's all I have on that. I pray God blesses your guitar playing and your service, and look for more arrangements on liturgicalguitarist.com, and I wish you peace.